ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Sporting Kansas City and its owners, the Neil Patterson family, the Billy, Greg Maday, Matt Brennan, and Rob Ivan, this is John Dale welcoming you to Children's Mercy Park, the home of Sporting Kansas City. Introduce these night's officials. The referee is John Freeman. The senior assistant referee is Jack Ryan. The junior assistant referee is Matthew C. And tonight's fourth official is Jervis Nathaniel. Here now the starting lineup. The seniors appointed OKC Energy FC. In goal number 1, Carl Copper. Defender number 3, Robert Coronado. Defender number 4, Mitch Lawson. Defender number 20, Connor Dalvin. Defender number 19, Wayne Sunday. Midfielder number 17, Jonathan Brown. Midfielder number 8, Hiroki Kuromoto. Midfielder number 10, Aaron Subers. Midfielder number 13, Katie Daniels. Midfielder number 24, Kodak Aida. And forward number 21, William Inject. And now it's time to meet the starting lineup for your home team, Sporting Kansas City. In goal, team captain number 22, Kendall McIntosh. Defender number 24, Kaden Pierre. Defender number 98, Matt Concept. Defender number 60, Graham Smith. Defender number 13, Amadou Dia. Midfielder number 84, Jahan Rama. Midfielder number 28, Cameron Duke. Midfielder number 25, Aziz Eros. Forward number 23, Tyler Rima. Forward number 96, Wilson Evans. And forward number 19, Grayson Barber. Sporting Kansas City 2 is coached by Paolo Nagapura.
Good evening from Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City, Kansas, one of the cathedrals of American soccer, and it's the site for tonight's USL Championship matchup between Sporting KC2 and OKC Energy FC. The Road Warriors of 2020 return home. Just 2 matches on home grounds last season for SKC2, and they'll play their first match here in more than a year. Last time was March 8th. 2020, and they'll be hoping for a nice homecoming welcome. But for the visitors, they'll be trying to stop the SKC2 attack, and the main factors for them will be Connor Donovan.
Yeah, he's also been involved very much in the offense for them. He's their only goal scorer. He's had several attempts on goal. Unfortunately, they have not found the back of the net. He's someone they're going to have to watch tonight, especially on set pieces.
Dropped their first 2 games to start the season, OKC. As for SKC2, a youngster with a big week, Caden Pierre in the starting lineup here this evening.
Yeah, how about this kid? Transitioned quickly into the Sporting Kansas City first team, and I've not seen him play, so I am super excited to see what this kid's got to offer. It's exciting times for Sporting Kansas City too tonight.
just signed his first team contract this week. He's one of 9 SKC loanees on display in the starting 11 here this evening, and we'll get to those lineups for both teams and kickoff. Right after this, it's SKC 2 against OKC Energy. Welcome back to Children's Mercy Park as Sporting KC2 getting set to host Oklahoma City Energy FC. A look at the captain there tonight for SKC2, Kendall McIntosh, making his first appearance in Kansas City. He is one of 9 players on loan here this evening for SKC2 in the starting 11. The lone 2 not on loan from SKC. At the helm, Sporting KC2. There is John Pasquarella, his second season in charge for the visitors. Both teams looking for their first win of the season. And if history is any indication, we will have a winner here this evening. It's the 10th meeting between these sides and no draws in the first 9. Referee blows his whistle. We're underway here. The return home for Sporting KC2, the Road Warriors of 2020. Just 2 of their 16 matches last season were at home. And here they are back at Children's Mercy Park for the first time since March 8th of 2020. They'll be going from right to left here in the first half. Oklahoma City in the green stripes, going from left to right. Of course, SKC2 wearing the hoops in Sporting Blue and dark indigo. Alongside Doug McClagan, I'm Carter Augustine. And Doug, it's a return home here for SKC2. And a big match for these 2 sides who have both dropped their opening matches to start the season.
Yeah, they've both dropped their opening matches, but don't be fooled by OKC. They've actually played really well in both their games. They've just started late in both their games. And the first game against Tulsa, they got behind early, couple goals, and they struggled to get back in. With Atlanta, too, they dominated the second half, but like I said in the intro, they couldn't seem to get the ball in the back of the net. So it'll be an interesting game here. I know they're 0-2, but I don't think they're playing like an 0-2 team right now.
And SKC trying to build down the right, and Caden Pierre will have a run at this, but he's tracked down Mitchell Osmond, able to get there first. And the goalkeeper, CJ Cochran, plays it out, throw in early on here for SKC 2.
Yeah, beautiful little combination there by Sporting Kansas City 2. A little up, back and through, and Caden Pierre almost got on the end of it, but good goalkeeping to read the play and get off his line quickly.
Here's Caden Pierre again, and we highlighted him in the pregame, Doug, as it's a big week for Caden Pierre, the 18-year-old becoming the 18th homegrown signing. Well, more on that in a second, because sprinting through the middle, Wilson Harris in the starting lineup again for SKC 2, and he's earned a corner kick here as we just cross over 2 minutes played.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good to get him back in the lineup. He scored 12 goals last year. I think it was 10 in the last 11 games. Got a nose for goal, and you always want to play like that on your field.
Corner kick lofted in towards the back of the penalty area. Header missed on a chance to clear for OKC Energy, so Cam Duke picks it up, spinning around the challenge there. And it was Kodaida who fouled Cam Duke, making his USL Championship debut. Cameron Duke, one of the 7 Sporting KC Academy products on display here this evening for SKC 2. He draws a foul, referee John Freeman this evening, blowing his whistle there, and it's a free kick.
Together.
And a tasty looking position here for the SKC 2 attack.
See if Freeman can clip that ball in behind the Oklahoma defense, in between them and the goalkeeper. And anybody rushing in has got an opportunity to put this away.
Go.
Will be Tyler Freeman. He's curled it in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Cochran getting just enough to it, leaping over the on-rushing Graham Smith.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad ball in. Probably maybe just had a little bit too air on it. Gave the keeper enough time to come out and at least punch it free, but not a bad ball at all.
Smith looking for Cisneros, and it's away from Ozzy Cisneros, and it's a chance now for OKC Energy to break, and here comes Ida down the left on his left foot, and an easy save. Kendall McIntosh with his first save as a member of the Sporting Kansas City organization.
Yeah, just not enough power on that shot. He actually probably could have taken 2 steps to his left and picked it up, so I don't think Ida really caught it clean. Tough angle too.
But quickly forward on the break there, the Energy. Sporting KC 2 now back in possession, back to Graham Smith. Jahan Rod dropping in between the 2 center backs. Here's Amadou Dia, player with vast experience in the USL Championship. And again, one of the 9 on loan. Here's one that isn't. Well, the both that aren't, as Jahan Rod passes it over to Matt Constant. They're the only 2 players not on loan from the MLS side here this evening, and it's a turnover. And that OKC Energy looking over the top. A little miscommunication, and it's turned back over. Constant back on the ball, and now Graham Smith.
Looks like early OKC Energy is quite happy to sit back in a kind of a low block, and they know that every Sporting Kansas City team is going to keep the ball and knock it around. They're probably going to have higher percentage than OKC, but they're happy to sit in there and then take their opportunities on that quick transitional breakaway.
Cam Duke with the quick touch inside, looking to release the run there of Grayson Barber. Watch out, Wilson Harris barreling in on the goalkeeper, and Cochran spins as he avoids the challenge of the talented young front man for SKC 2. Now on the right with Mung Sunday. You can hear Paulo Nagamura barking out the instructions to Amadou Dia there. The harrying from the left back wins it back momentarily, but it's back now with the visitors in space again on the left for Ida. The overlap. And the left-footed cross towards the back post. Half-hearted shout on the back post for a corner, but it'll be a goal kick here for SKC 2.
Yeah, and lucky for the Energy there that the cross wasn't as good as the run. He made a fantastic, probably 50 to 60-yard overlapping run, and then he'll be upset with that cross. It just hung in the air and went for a goal kick and caused absolutely no problems for McIntosh in goal.
It's Robert Coronado, the left back, charging up the pitch. he's got some defending to do now as Grayson Barber has slipped in behind, and he's dumped to the ground by Coronado. So another free kick here for SKC2. They've had a few of these already in the early stages.
Yeah, they're not afraid to go long here, which is good to see, because what they're doing is stretching that defense of Oklahoma and making them drop a little bit deeper now, which is going to give them space in front, because the first 3 or 4 balls have got in behind the defense and caused some problems.
There's another look at the foul from Coronado.
Kind of a clumsy foul there.
Another chance. This is on the opposite side of the last one, where Freeman whipped in a good-looking delivery. He and Cisneros standing righty-lefty over this one. It'll be Freeman again, curling it towards the back post. Smith heads it backwards. Rod now towards the penalty spot. Dia back into the area. Harris nods it behind, and Sunday will finally clear things for OKC Energy. The challenge here along the back is good. William Bijev has won it away from Amadou Dia. And now he turns, releases it down the right. Sunday looking for the cross. It's charged down. And a throw in here for the visitors.
Good defensive pressure there from Tyler Freeman. That ball comes in and it's a dangerous ball. They've got some big boys inside that box, but he did very well to close him down and get a block on the cross there.
Right back among Sunday. The chance to throw it down the near sideline. It's defended out by Duke. Sunday gets another opportunity, and he's grasped at a open tryout chance in 2020 to earn a spot on the roster. Sunday launches it into the box. An awkward one from Jonathan Brown, but did just enough. That is a football tackle from Grayson Barber, the newly signed Sporting Kansas City man on loan after starring at Clemson, and that would have done well for Dabo Sweeney out on the football field.
Yeah, hopefully he's not going to regret that one, because that's a rather clumsy foul. Yeah, it's quite a distance out, so you know, any closer than that, and that could be real dangerous for a strike on goal. And this may even be a strike on goal, but it's quite a distance. But yeah, just a little clumsy there from Grayson.
That's a matchup that's developing now. Fouls by both players. Robert Coronado that time the fouled party, and he has won a free kick.
That's a good sign of the competitiveness and intensity of this game already. Players willing to get stuck in early on. I think Coronado's going to be on this with a left foot. He takes some whipped-in free kicks, he does.
It will be Coronado going for goal. McIntosh to his right, just safe enough, and palms it away. And a poor ball there from Freeman, and a sliding tackle from Pierre to prevent the corner kick. Spin on the ball there from Aiden Daniels, and it's back to Coronado. He'll retreat all the way back to the goalkeeper, CJ Cochran. Looking over the top, Sunday onside, and he's got options here. He tried to slot that one towards the back post, and Bijev looks a frustrated figure as he was in some space making that back post run.
It's a really good ball by CJ Cochran, because they had a few players offside, but not Monday, who was, oh sorry, Sunday, got the days mixed up. It was not Sunday, because he came from an onside position, and unfortunately they turned the ball over rather easily.
So it's back now with SKC2. Cameron Duke. And Smith will switch it over to Matt Constant, who's a second-round pick out of North Carolina for Sporting. Wound up signing with SKC2. There's a clever header back from Barber. And Duke, the quickest to that one, and he's won another free kick. Take a look now at the save just moments ago from the free kick. Robert Coronado going for goal.
Yeah, he hit it, but it was a comfortable height for the keeper, and I don't think it ever really put him under trouble. He just played it safe and parried it away instead of catching. But yeah, a decent shot, but not enough to worry him.
McIntosh recovering from an eye injury he suffered early on for Sporting KC. Freeman lofting us in towards the penalty spot. Ooh. Constant was there. There are two big center backs for Sporting KC2 here this evening. Constant 6'6", Graham Smith 6'4", and Constant got on the end of that one.
Yeah, I know Graham Smith is good in the air. We've seen him over the last few years. And Constant, who's taller, it's good to know that he's good in the air. So that could be a problem for Oklahoma. But we've had 3 free kicks already, and Freeman's knocked all 3 of them in and been pretty decent balls too. Here's an opportunity.
Step over from Duke into Harris, sliding challenge, and a goal kick won here. Mitchell Osmond coming over to cover from his left center back position.
Yeah, good sliding tackle, and he got the kind of the luck of the bounce for it to come off Harris last. And I got to give John Freeman credit. He was right on top of the call, and because of that, no one turned around and argued about it, because it could have gone either way. But good refereeing, fantastic tackle.
Spot on decision there from John Freeman.
That's
challenge there from Osmond.
First and seconds here, and then we play.
Now you hear John Pascarella. His turn to shout out the instructions. It's family and friends only here this evening. Good work from Cisneros. He draws a hefty tackle, but there's space here for Wilson Harris into the box. Last-ditch challenge from Connor Donovan.
He's right there.
And it'll be a corner kick here and a yellow card as well for Sunday, who steamed into that challenge on Ozzy Cisneros.
Oh, he went flying. I mean, that's a definite yellow, no question. Well, how about that ball for Freeman? That's a beautiful, and if I know Tyler Freeman, I swear he's right-footed. That's a beautiful ball in with his left foot. Unfortunately, the touch from Harris just got away from him that last second there.
Not used to seeing that from Wilson Harris in the box, the 2020 Young Player of the Year in the USL Championship. He's the SKC2 MVP as well. Signed with Sporting KC last October and is on loan here. The cross in, and it's a header. Oh, palmed off the line. What a save from Cochran.
Kind of looked like Cochran was in his own goal almost, so it looked like his feet were really in the goal. He must have stuck his hand out and said it in front of the line, I guess, but that's a tremendous header there. Got lots of power. Good ball in again by Freeman, but we'll probably see it in a minute again, but tremendous header there.
This second corner in quick succession was towards the edge of the box and cleared away by Oklahoma City. Good stick there from Duke to prevent the counter. And we'll take a look now at this sensational save from Cochran.
Okay, see how half his body was in the goal almost, but that's a fantastic save. But obviously SKC2 have seen something there, because Tyler Freeman's floating those balls in, and it's probably from what we've just talked about, the 2 huge centre backs that Sporting Kansas City 2 have.
And that was
obviously
one of them.
Yeah.
Matt Constant denied his first professional goal. He must have thought he scored on that occasion. Only for Cochran to claw that one off the line. Smith challenging in on Jonathan Brown. It's dropped back to Sunday, and now Aiden Daniels slips around the challenge. Smith, though, in the passing lanes. What a turn that is from Wilson Harris, and he's picked out a lovely ball to the right side. Barber with the whole right side of the pitch, and he tripped over the ball there, and that's a chance gone for Grayson Barber.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Barber, but Harris is really doing well. Maybe that boost up to the first team has given him even more confidence. He's really looking good on the ball. Fantastic ball in there. Unfortunately, he stood on the ball, and the attack broke down.
This one slips past Ida, but into the path of Bijev, and here he comes again. Onto the right foot. And McIntosh was comfortable enough to see that wide of his left-hand goal.
Well, the game's opening up a bit. Getting exciting here. It's almost end-to-end entertainment here, which both teams obviously do not have a win yet, so they're both looking for wins. And exciting soccer so far. I've really enjoyed the first few minutes of this game.
Already the first 16 and a half minutes have flown by here in Kansas City, Kansas.
Yes, you ready, Brownie? Good, Aiden, you gotta cut it off there.
Smith taking all the space he's afforded, but he's put it right into Sunday, and he comes steaming into that challenge to make up for his errant pass, Graham Smith.
Like I say, we're 16 minutes into this game, and Sunday already has a yellow card, so he's going to have to be careful for the remainder of this game. This game's pretty intense. There's been some tackles flying in all over the place, and I don't see it letting off anytime soon.
Tyler Freeman gets a tackle in there, and there's numbers streaking forward here. Wilson Harris from the edge of the box, blocked that time by Osmond. And Pierre now for Rod. Back to Caden Pierre. End-to-end stuff here at Children's Mercy Park. Turnover as there's a deflection on the pass into the feet there of Donovan. But Dia wins it back high up the pitch. Freeman cutting around two defenders. Space for Barber, right side of the area. Barber trying to whip in across towards Harris. Back now with Barber, second chance. This one takes a deflection. Harris on the turn. Another huge block from Donovan. Cisneros from range. The chances are piling up here for SKC2. And again, Connor Donovan with a really important block.
Yeah, well done on the wing to beat his player. I'm not sure if he could have hit this first time. He perhaps could have taken that with his right foot, but still a great take on his left foot to turn and hit, and a good block by the defender there. But well done, Barber on the outside, going one-on-one and getting the cross into the box.
We highlighted Connor Donovan in the pregame wearing the captain's armbands here in his first season at Oklahoma City Energy, coming over from North Carolina FC, where he led the team in just about every category. Defense, also in passes. Foul now as Cisneros draws it right along the halfway line.
Yeah, we talked previously that the Energy had not started the last two games too quickly. And they've started well here, but if you can see, if Sporting Kansas City 2 was a little bit luckier, they could be a couple goals up already. And then Oklahoma would be in that situation again where they're coming back into the game. They seem to get better as the game goes on. So maybe Sporting Kansas City 2 needs to take advantage of the opportunities they're getting right now.
20th minute here, still scoreless between SKC2 and Oklahoma City Energy. USL has some unfinished business. First, the Tampa Bay Rowdies welcome Phoenix Rising May 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2 in a rematch of the canceled championship final from 2020. Then League One takes the national TV stage for the first time when Greenville Triumph play host to Union Omaha May 16th at 4 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Now space down the left for Kodaida, and he will just drop it back to Coronado. Inside for Daniels. Nagamura barking for his defense to step up. And they forced Oklahoma City back into their own half, but some good passes being strung together here by the visitors, including this one. Space for Sunday. Curls one in. It's a delicious looking delivery. McIntosh got a hand to it. It'll be out for a corner, and there might be a problem here for Kendall McIntosh.
That's not good, because John Brown's calling the trainer on quickly, so he must have caught McIntosh, and not his fault, because that was an absolutely beautiful ball from Sunday, right between the forward defender and goalkeeper. And I got to give props to McIntosh going in to make that save. Very, very brave save, and he may have paid for it too. Referee's having a word with Brown, but I don't think Brown could do anything there. He had every right to go for that ball. That's brave goalkeeping, and like I said, a beautiful ball in from Sunday there.
I was just saying, Kendall McIntosh had an eye injury just at the start of the season for Sporting Kansas City. Let's take another look here at Muang Sunday. The cross coming in. Ooh, and that's cleat right onto the head and face area of Kendall McIntosh, who's still down receiving treatment here. We hope the best for Kendall McIntosh, 27-year-olds. First season in Kansas City, signing for Sporting KC on loan here this evening.
Looks like they're taking stuff out. They must have cut, I don't know whether it's graze or a deep cut, but they're bringing out bandages here, and they're working on the back of his head, I think it is, and I think that's cleats to the back of the head, and we could be looking at a change of goalkeeping here.
Here's the backup this evening, Gavin Kronecki, who did start last week. The youngster, academy products on an academy deal.
And you were just saying Kendall McIntosh, just coming back from an eye injury. Gets an eye injury, gets back, and now he's going to have a head injury. He is moving down there, so that is good. There is a positive sign there. He's
okay? What is it? His face? His head?
And he's sitting up here too. Looks a little groggy. He did nod his head and say to the trainers, "Yeah, I'm okay. I'm good."
Yeah, it must have been so scary for him after on the back of that eye injury. You see the cut there, right on the brow. Training staff and Paulo Nagamura alongside Chris Martinez, his assistant. A long delay here in the first half to attend to Kendall McIntosh. Spent last season with New York Red Bulls. Oakland-born, Santa Rosa, California hometown. Of course, USL fans will remember him from his long time in Portland. Made 60 appearances for Portland 2 from 2016 to 2019, where he did play with B. Jeff, who's lining up in attack for OKC Energy. And it appears there was a foul called actually in the end here. So after all of that, we'll see if McIntosh, he looks like he's going to continue on here.
Yeah, he's a tough warrior. He's not, there's no ways he's stepping out of this game unless he can't go on, and he's decided straight away, I'm staying in this game. Very brave goalkeeping there, got to give him credit. There's another long ball forward. And the backs of Sporting Kansas City too, like I've said earlier, not afraid to play that long ball in behind the fullbacks, the left and right fullbacks. And it's making Oklahoma back off a little bit. And when they do that, then they're going to create a little bit more space and room in that midfield, because we've really not seen a lot of room in there to start off with. Both teams are pretty compact, and there's not a lot of room to play in that midfield area. It's a very tight area. There's Rod, wins the ball in the air.
It's back now with the visitors. A good shout to the trainer for SKC2, Isaac Gomez, patching up Kendall McIntosh, and we hear the goalkeeper shouting now. I hope that's good to go. Ooh, that's a nice 50-51 by Rod, and Duke, oh, he's so quick, putting it in behind for Barber. He was upended, and the foul spotted. John Freeman blows the whistle, and another free kick here. We pass into the 26th minute, and Sporting KC2, this one maybe a little more central, and perhaps Doug a chance to go for goal.
Yeah, a definite foul, but I think he's fortunate there because I think his touch was running away from him. So I think that might have ran out of bounds, but he just got that foul there, and that puts them in a situation, 20, 25 yards out. Wonder who's going to be on this. Is it Freeman again?
Everyone's interested in taking this free kick for SKC2. The huddle here But Freeman went and picked up the ball, and we've seen him delivering from the set pieces throughout the first half.
Well, they always say on TV, it's the last person to touch the ball that's going to kick it. I'm not 100% sure that's every time, but Freeman last touched it, and it looks like he might be doing it this time.
And an interesting training ground routine being set up here by SKC2. They've got two players standing right in front of the ball, Duke and Cisneros. Harris, Freeman looking interested. And it is Tyler Freeman. Good save down to his left. Cochran again keeps it out, and it's scrambled away now for a throw-in.
That is a fantastic strike. I'll see if he goes around the edge of the wall here. He does, and that's a great bend on there, and good save by the keeper to get across there. Tyler Freeman's hit some fantastic crosses, right and left-footed, and just took an absolutely gorgeous free kick there.
Just turned 18 in January of this year, Tyler Freeman.
He's been around before and we've seen him play, but I've not seen him in the game, controlling the game as much as he is right now in the first 20-odd minutes. It's really good to see from the youngster there.
Yeah, he's almost old hat for Sporting fans now, having signed in October of 2018. Back heel from Duke. Doesn't come off, looking for Harris, and it's scrambled away by the back line of OKC Energy. Rod for Dia. Coming inside, pops it over the outstretched boot there of Donovan. Dia calling for it, but Freeman instead sizing up his defenders, running at Sunday, and on a yellow card, Sunday does enough to win a goal kick, and Tyler Freeman goes down holding his right ankle.
Yeah, it wasn't a free kick, it was a shoulder-to-shoulder charge, and that is legal. I don't know if he twisted his ankle on his way down. He's not happy, though. Complained to referee. Should be a foul, ref, he says.
Another look at his strike towards goal. Freeman, another good save from Cochran. He's pulled out a few of those already in the first half.
Absolutely. Good strike, good pace on it, too. And, yeah, he got a hand to it.
Well, he had 2 goals and 9 appearances in 2020, Tyler Freeman. When he signed in 2018, he was the second youngest in club history to sign for Sporting KC. And so, the Shawnee, Kansas hometown product, U.S. Youth International, and just turned 18 as well. So, it's been around for a while, but still so very young, Tyler Freeman.
Yeah, I think we'll see some more goals because last year and the year before when they were taking free kicks, he wasn't taking them. And if he takes them like that, then I think he's going to add a few goals to his tally this year. Because before it was always Felipe Hernandez, I think it was. But now they're giving Tyler Freeman a shot at those set pieces. And from what we've seen so far with his crosses and his passes and his set pieces, I think we might see a few goals from him this year.
McIntosh restarts things as SKC2 played along the back to Jahan Rod. Constant was a little nervy there after his first touch, but managed to poke it into the feet of Cisneros. He draws a foul. Half an hour gone here. Doug McLagan, what have you seen from these two sides here this evening?
Well, it's a highly competitive game. You can tell they both want to win this game. Oklahoma's a little bit more cautious than Sporting Kansas City, and they should be because they're on the road.
Well, watch out here. Sunday late in on Amadou Dia. And that might be the final warning for Muang Sunday.
He's a lucky man because I think if that's the first challenge, that's a yellow. But I think John Freeman's saying, okay, you blink in the wrong direction now, you're gone. And he's going to have to be on top of that. But you were asking me what about the game? This is the game right now. It's been intense and it's been physical, which says it's a competitive game. I'm loving it. It's great.
Muang Sunday will have to be walking the tightrope here the remainder of this match, and perhaps something for manager John Pascarella to think about. Muang Sunday, the Drake University product out of Des Moines.
Yeah, he won't want to take him off, but you know, like I said, if he blinks in the wrong direction, he's gone. They're down to 10 men, and it's going to be real tough if that happens. So yeah, that might be a decision there. Maybe a half-time decision for John Pasquarella to think about.
This one's shielded out expertly by the other fullback, Coronado. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com. As that Select ball is pumped down to the left, won back momentarily by Cisneros, but clattered away by Mitchell Osmond and picked back up here by Constant.
Good pressure there by Sporting Kansas City too. They're not allowing Oklahoma to go short on the goal kick. As soon as that ball was played out, you could see them all move in that general direction of the ball.
Here's a double team, seeing to the pass through, looking for Harris. Goalkeeper slaps this one out of play, throwing just inside the attacking half for Amadou Dia.
So two contrasting teams. Oklahoma's not being allowed to play out the back, and Oklahoma's allowing Sporting Kansas City 2 to play out the back. And see what difference that'll make as the game goes on. But some great pressure there from Sporting Kansas City 2.
There, Barber and Pierre get their wires crossed. Barber thought he was just going to hold up Caden Pierre and made the run down the line, so it's behind him out of play, throwing for the visitors. And the high press, as you were just saying, Doug, from Sporting, trying to win it back high up the pitch. Oklahoma City doing a good job playing around the press, that is, until Jahan Rod reads that expertly and steps in and draws a foul.
That's tremendous again, because, you know, Oklahoma had to play about 10, 12 passes to try and get out. They finally play one ball. It's mistouched by the winger, and all of a sudden, Sporting Kansas City 2 is on top of the ball again, and they get possession here with a foul on Rod.
Making his first appearance of the season, Jahan Rod, here he is on the ball. His twin brother Kave just made his MLS debut for Sporting Kansas City away to Real Salt Lake after signing first team contract. And the twins came over from Durham, North Carolina back in 2016 to join the academy with Sporting Kansas City. This one's turned over in the midfield now. Aiden Daniels does well to switch the field to Sunday. Brown forced to retreat. And there's a heavy challenge from Wilson Harris late in on Connor Donovan.
And referee Freeman saw that coming. So as soon as it happened, he was ready to call it. Just wanted to see if they got any advantage from it. I don't think it was too vicious. Let's see just here. Well, it was rather clumsy, and maybe it was kind of vicious too. So maybe Mr. Harris got away with one there.
Yeah, perhaps lucky to escape the referee's further notice.
I think the reason he got away with it, because Donovan's so tough, it was like, it's just a flesh wound. No big problem. So he got up, no problem at all. So that might have helped Harris getting away with it, which is good to see, because normally they roll about 10 times on the floor and scream in agony. So it's good to see a big centre-back like that saying, hey, I'm fine.
Here is Donovan, the captain, on the ball, and is trying to float it in behind. Dia read the flight of the ball a little better than Brown. Sunday's first touch is not a good one, but Smith and Rod collide into each other. It's out of play off the two of them.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad run by Brown, actually. The ball went in behind Brown. Brown made that run from outside to inside. If you'd have got the ball further in, it'd have been a good ball for Brown, but it unfortunately went behind him. And so it didn't come off.
Here is Luang Sunday. So St. Drake University product, where he was a 4-time all-conference player in the Missouri Valley. And star for the Des Moines Menace for a number of years.
I'm going to assume that Mr. Pasquarella may have coached him at the Menace too, so maybe that's why he's now in OKC Energy.
How about the goal kick? How about the goal kick? How about the goal kick?
Here Marcus Sunday again with a chance to throw it in towards the penalty area. But Rod, again, reading the situation. Stepped in front of Brown. He chests this one down. Freeman trying to take it off the chest. Donovan wouldn't let him. And now both players arguing for the call. It'll go the way of the visitors as we're into just about the final 8 minutes here, plus stoppage time. And we might see a bit of stoppage time due to the injury to Kendall McIntosh. Dia nods it forward. Space here for Daniels to turn. And he invites Ida to have a run down the left side at Caden Pierre. Behind for Coronado. Left back high up the pitch. He'll drop it back now. And again, Ida 1v1 with Pierre. Stands up nicely and blocks the cross. And an important touch there from Duke. It will go out of play for a corner, though. Look for a second, there might be a chance to strike from the edge of the box. Cameron Duke on the full stretch, able to get his toe to it, but unable to prevent the ball from going out, and a corner kick here for OKC.
This might be one of those situations where Mr. Connor Donovan could be extremely dangerous here. They've got some big boys in that box there. Let's see what they do with this.
Daniels looking for Donovan, and he nods it down, but wide of the goal, and right on cue, there is Connor Donovan.
Yeah, if he just could have got round that and headed it in towards Brown. Brown was sitting there as a target. Could have been a good opportunity for him, but couldn't direct the header where he wanted to.
Pierre was sprinting down the right, and a frustrated look at the heavens. He wanted that ball played in behind. But SKC2 will elect to build from the back. Harris checking deep. Fizzing it into the feet of Freeman. He's crowded out by a wonderfully worked double team from OKC Energy, including Ida, and he's playing it inside now.
OKC seem to be coming back into this game. They disappeared for a short while. They're now getting a hold of the ball and getting to play some soccer, which putting some passes together we've not seen really all this half.
Duke, his touch just too heavy there as he was trying to eat up space in midfield. Grayson Barber tracking back. Jonathan Brown looking frustrated back. He wanted a man-on shout, didn't hear one. And Barber closing it down so quickly there to win it back for SKC2. Rod plays it out, an errant pass right along the halfway line, throw in for the visitors again.
Yeah, that might have been his first mistake of the game. I think he's really had a good, solid, nothing flashy, but just a solid game in that number 6 position. And that's the first ball that probably should have found Pierre out wide, but floated it, mishit it, and it went out of bounds.
Amadou Dia crossing into the attacking half. Cisneros turns around, and there's Freeman waiting for the overlap. Pierre, first time cross, deflected to the edge of the box. Ooh, the step over from Harris was a clever one. Ooh, that's a nasty challenge from Duke. And a clear yellow card quickly given to Cameron Duke on his USL Championship debut.
Yeah, a little frustration there for Duke because he was ready to hit that ball, and then he thought Harris was going to take it. Well, Harris does a dummy over the ball, so he loses. If you watch here, I think he's ready to hit it, and then last second, Harris dummies it. And so now he catches Duke. He's like, oh, I didn't know what was coming. And then just a silly late foul, definite yellow, no question about it.
Yeah, looking for the ball the entire time there, Duke. Perhaps not nasty, more clumsy from my initial comments. As didn't quite see Sunday nipping in, I don't think.
Nope.
And whether or not it was intended, it'll be a sore one here for Muang Sunday. And training staff looking at his left ankle. Big grimace on the face of Muang Sunday here.
Well, that might give John Pasquarelli an easier decision at half-time. There's, you know, probably about 7 or 8 minutes to be adding on here in the half. If I was Sporting Kansas City 2, I might get Tyler Freeman out wide and go and say, go take on Sunday and see what happens. So you got an opportunity to go to a player, you get a foul there. He's already been warned. He could be off the field. They could be down to 10. But they haven't gone after him since he's got that yellow.
Yeah, I wonder if John Pasquarello, who's there speaking to his players on the pitch, perhaps he'll be taking back Sunday off the pitch here.
Yeah, Sunday wouldn't be happy with it, but, you know, it probably would be a very smart decision because, like I said, he's, well, first of all, he's not walking very well, and secondly, he's on the edge of getting ejected if he's not careful.
Well, and yeah, even more importantly, as you said, a gingerly walking Wing Sunday. Oh, we can hear John Pasquarello telling Sunday to take his time.
I think John Pasquarello was telling the referee he doesn't have to come off because Cam Duke got the yellow card. But it looks like he will be coming off soon, I think. They're just kind of, I think they're kind of killing a little time, so I think that's maybe Rogers who's warming up.
And this might add even more to the stoppage time. That was already going to be a substantial amount from McIntosh's injury. Adding Sunday's injury to the list. Harris, good sliding tackle there from Hiroki Kurimoto. Smith turns on the ball, clips it over to the near side, and here a chance perhaps for Barber to run at Sunday and test that ankle out. Jonathan Brown retreating back, and there's a 1-2 to open things up. Harris charges back into the area. Barber the cutback, can't find him. Cisneros picks it up. Duke. To Dia. Ooh, the back heel flick is a really pretty one from Dia. It's in behinds, and Duke goes down, and another free kick here. And, well, there goes Duke's shoe. I think that's clear indication of the foul.
That's a beautiful little flick, but I don't think even Duke knew it was coming.
Caught the defense off guard and caught Cam Duke off guard as well, but he was able to think quickly on his feet and was trying to slip in behind there. And Sunday has gone down again. Look at that.
That is beautiful, but like I said, Duke did not know it was coming, but good quick reaction by Duke. And the defender had no idea it was coming. We've got two things that are going to happen here. One, I think this might be the end for Sunday. He's struggling. And then secondly, we got a free kick in an extremely dangerous area, and we've seen Freeman on free kicks today. His balls into the box have been extremely dangerous. I'm sure he's going to be looking for Constant and Smith to maybe get on this. The question is he going to float it in or is he going to drive it in? And right now, OKC Energy is down a man.
Sunday walking off the pitch. He's jogging back now on the near touchline. You see him there just on the bottom of your screen. So it is short-handed for OKC Energy on this set piece. Freeman in towards the 6 first. There is Harris. Might have taken a deflection. It did indeed. It'll be a throw-in.
Yeah, not his best free kick, I don't think, but he just didn't beat that first layer. If you get the ball past the first layer, anything can happen, but right back there was at the front post to clear it. So not his best ball in, but he's done some beauties today.
Amadou Dia, who's working his way back from an injury pre-season. And we'll have 7 minutes added on, and we're just starting into the 7 minutes now. We thought it would be a substantial amount, and indeed it is. The injuries to Sunday and McIntosh, and 7 more minutes to play here in the first half. Harris battling, and he's won it back for SKC2. Good cutout momentarily from Bijev. Rod pokes it to the far side. Clever ball inside, and there's space for Cisneros. Checks it up. Barber around one, but not around a second. Ida there to take it away from Grayson Barber. And then the foul won up the pitch by Ilyan Bijev. Perhaps a bit of naivete there from Matt Constant in just his second game as a professional.
Yeah, it's just smart play by the forward. He knew that they were under pressure, so if he gained a free kick there, he could slow down and calm it down a little bit. So got a nudge in the back and fell over. Smart play.
As you see Sunday back on the pitch. Perhaps try and see this one at least till halftime. He's still feeling that ankle, Sunday. As Donovan slides it back over to Mitchell Osmond. Both center backs part of 11 new players brought in by Pasquarella here in his second season. Oh, look at that tackle from Rod.
He's been solid all game.
And watch out, in behind, Wilson Harris takes it on the chest, but he just strayed offside.
He was just half a yard off. He stayed on that back shoulder of the centre back, which is a great run because then the centre back can't see him, but just happened to be a tad offside.
Thumbs up for the delivery from the right back, Pierre.
Oh, absolutely. Centre forwards want delivery like that all the time. So when they see a good ball that they realise, well, I kind of messed up because I was offside, then yeah, the thumbs go up and say, hey, great ball. Been really impressed with Harris tonight. And I was impressed with him last year, but he just seems to be, it must be maybe that the confidence of being bumped up to that first team. He just looks so confident on the ball. It's amazing what that little boost can do for you as a player when you're told, hey, we're bumping you up to the top team. Well, I must be really good. And you can see the confidence he's playing with. It's just been very good today.
Slipped in behind for Vasiljevic. Aaron Vasiljevic picks out a ball to the edge of the box. It's not handled.
That's it! That's it, Kodai!
And Kodai called for the foul. You can hear the OKC bench not agreeing with the decision from the referee.
Yeah, it was a tough one. It wasn't a bad foul, but in the end, I mean, it really was a foul because he came from behind. So it's just, you know, the game's getting intense, and you gotta love it as a spectator here.
Into the 49th minute here. So just past halfway of the 7 minimum added minutes here at the end of the first half. Foul on Duke. And Freeman a little upset with perhaps some chatter he's hearing from the sidelines.
Mr. Pasquarelli just said, John, please, just fair and balanced. That's all I want. And I think he's been fair and balanced. There's been some, I think it's been a clean game, don't get me wrong, but there's challenges flying in all over the place.
Brown down the right, Rod again.
That's what you expect. I mean, they're in the third game and we're in our second game. So, yeah, these guys right now, you get a few wins and you're at the top of the league. So it's highly competitive right now, and that's the way it should be. So, yeah, people are flying in for challenges.
Been really competitive first half here at Children's Mercy Park. Sunday again trying to throw it into the feet, and this time it's off Rod. It'll be out for a corner kick late on here in the 7 minutes of stoppage time.
I'm sure Mr. Donovan will be their main target as he makes his way up to the penalty box.
He's coming up, so too is Mitchell Osmond. 6'3" Osmond. 6'2" Donovan.
And they're going to get a run on this because SKC2 is sitting in their zone of about 7 players.
Donovan nods it back into the area, flicked up by Bijev, and a good tackle from Rob, but a poor communication, and Smith finally able to just hook that away anywhere from his own goal box. With 5 minutes gone here of the 7. Pierre does really well there, but Cisneros is tracked down by Kurimoto. Rod steals it away from Coronado, looking in behind, and that's a great header from Donovan. When it looked like Harris was going to be slipping in behind the defense, well, here he is, Wilson Harris, into the box, cutting it onto the right, and looking for the strike. It takes a deflection off Sunday into the goalkeeper.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was shooting that or crossing it, but it just caught a deflection, like you said, and then just rolled into the keeper's hands.
You could hear John Pasquarella yelling, shot, shot, from the near sideline. Scouting report on Wilson Harris is if he gets anywhere near the 18-yard box, he's going to be looking towards goal. All he does is score goals at every level he's ever played at.
That's what centre forwards do. They get a chance and they'll take it. And they might take a lot of people yelling at them for not passing it, but you know, as a centre forward, you want them shooting every opportunity they can.
Into the final minute of the 7th. Constant. It's a decent looking diagonal here to the near side, but Barber's offside.
Yeah, there's no excuse for that. You've got the whole field facing you. You should be able to back off a couple yards to make sure you're onside. So.
And that'll be the last act of a competitive first half here at Children's Mercy Park, but still scoreless. Neither team yet to break the deadlock. A couple of really nice saves from CJ Cochran has kept the score 0-0 here at halftime. Doug McLagan, what have you seen so far throughout the first 45?
Well, it's everything you want. It's an intense game. Both teams want to win. They're flying into tackles. And it's been kind of up and down. Sometimes it's been SKC on top. Next minute's Energy on top. So it's a fairly balanced. Maybe SKC 2 has had slightly the better of play, but not by much.
0-0 here, the score at Children's Mercy Park. Sporting KC 2 and Oklahoma City Energy still level as we await an exciting 45 minutes to come. If it's anything like the first half, you're in for a treat here at Children's Mercy Park. Stay tuned for all the halftime analysis and stats of a wonderful battle. USL Championship.
About to be ruthless in 2v2s, man. Ruthless. Ruthless. Welcome. This is part 2 of the series. I'm mic'd up. Nah, I think it's just sprint back. What? Really? Okay, little man. Come on, Cheeto boy, let's see it. Hey, look at you! Dude, look. He called me slow, he said. If we win, we win, yes. Orange has a win and a tie right now. We lost to Orange the first one. So we win, we're champs. We get a picture.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you better not be denied. You better tell your boys.
Oh, they know, don't worry, they know. We gotta be champs.
I believe blue by 1 goal. I'll have to double check when we're done.
Yes, yes. By 1 goal, it's fine. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Illy!
Hey!
Buena, buena, buena. That's a wrap. Appreciate y'all tuning in, watching this video. Got a little championship as well. I'll see you later this season.
Halftime here at Children's Mercy Park in Kansas City, Kansas. Still scoreless between Sporting KC 2 and Oklahoma City Energy FC. OKC Energy FC on the road here at the Love. Peter Vermees in attendance here watching 9 Sporting KC loanees in the starting 11. 7 players from the SKC Academy as well. Still scoreless here at halftime. Sporting KC 2 and OKC Energy FC. Stick with us. We'll be right back for the starts of the second half. Welcome back to Children's Mercy Park, 0-0. The scores. We're about to start the second half between Sporting KC 2 and OKC Energy FC. And it will be the first change of the match as Muang Sunday suffered that knock to his ankle in the first half, tried to run it off. He's unable to continue. He was on a yellow card as well. And so John Pascarella making the sub. And it's a big moment for Tucker Stevenson, the Overland Park native, Overland Park, Kansas, once signed for SKC2, and he's on here in the second half as we are underway. Kansas City, Kansas. Teams have switched sides. Sporting KC2 from left to right now in the second half in their blue on blue. OKC Energy wearing their green and white stripes, alongside Doug McClagan and Carter Augustine. And, well, it's the hometown kid on in the second half here for the visitors.
Yeah, great to see Tucker on the field. He's playing right back, because normally he's a right winger or left winger, but he's played right back before. I know that. I've seen him play right back, so I'm sure he'll be comfortable. And he'll also give the option of making forward runs too, which will be good for Oklahoma Energy here.
We hope nothing serious for Muang Sunday with that ankle. Kendall McIntosh still in between the sticks for SKC2. And right on cue, the ball rolls all the way back to McIntosh.
That's another great run by John Brown, and he's made a few. First one went behind him, that one went too far in front of him. So if they can just connect with Brown, he's made some really dangerous runs that are coming from the outside to the inside, where the fullback's got to follow him. But unfortunately for OKC Energy, they've not been able to connect with him.
Most experienced player on the pitch, the Welshman, just turned 31 in April. Jonathan Brown, and a triple team wins it away from Cisneros. Well, that is a great pass over to the left side, and Dia looking for Freeman. Can't get it on the stretch, but it's cleared only back to Dia. Harris laying it off, and well, that was two players making the run, and the ball was towards neither. Dia challenging, and it's dumped down the sideline where Rod, who has picked up a lot of those loose balls here through the first just about 47 minutes, he picks up another one here. Here are the instructions all evening long here. Pascarella there just wanting his team to push out, and they do. Well, as we were saying at the start of the match, these two teams have met 10 times. SKC2 have 5 victories. OKC Energy have 4. Never been a draw, including their last matchup, the lone meeting last year, which was one of the 2 home games for SKC2, which they played at Swope Soccer Complex back in August and won 3-0, including a Wilson Harris brace. So expect there to be goals in the second half, and Amadou Dia pressing high has won a corner early on here, and Tyler Freeman will trot over to take this one.
Yeah, started off with a great little penetrating pass there from Cam Duke, but good defending there from Oklahoma. I'm not sure who was the player that knocked it out. Might have been Donovan, but beautiful ball from Duke to try and find Dia. Here's an opportunity for Freeman, I'm assuming, to float one in again.
Yeah, whips it in towards the edge of the 6. Well claimed there by CJ Cochran. And a chance here for a 1v1, Ida. And look at the back tackling from Caden Pierre. Well, you see why the managerial staff, including Peter Vermees, absolutely rave about this kid.
Yeah, he's got some pace there, because it was dangerous. It was one-on-one. If he didn't get that challenge in, they could have been in real trouble.
Good dribbling skills there from Barber to lose Coronado. And it's into Barber from Rod. Trying to slip it in behind for Harris. That time Coronado comes out victorious in the battle. But Constant intercepts. And it's back again with the home side.
Not seen a lot of Ozzy Cisneros tonight. It's just, he's been quiet. Maybe we might see a little bit more in the second half, but he's really not had a lot to do tonight. And that's another player I've not really seen a lot of, and I was kind of looking forward to seeing him, but he's not seen a lot of the ball tonight.
just turned 17 in March, Ozzy Cisneros. Here's Pierre running at the defense and sliding it, and it's kept in play by Coronado. Inside his own area, swerves past Barber, but it's too much from Coronado, and he has fouled Grayson Barber right on the edge of the box.
Yeah, that's a tough call, because he was just getting ready to clear the ball, and Barber put his foot in to block it, and he whacked Barber, and Barber's got a free kick right on the edge here. But I'm pretty sure Coronado didn't mean it. His idea was to clear the ball, only the foot went in last second, just poked it away by Brayson.
Well, he thought he had...
Barber, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Doug. He thought he had lost him with that swerve around Grayson Barber here. And so he thought he had all the time in the world. But the hustle and the work rate of Grayson Barber.
Yeah, just a slow decision in the end by Coronado. Wasn't sure where to go. Maybe didn't have options up front. Took that half second, and Barber's right on top of him.
And so free kick a little closer, but a similar position. Freeman tested the goalkeeper Cochran in the first half. It was a good save from CJ Cochran. He's made a couple down to his left already.
Sharp here. Well done. You got to step forward. Right there.
Probably should be Freeman, but I'm not sure if Harris has a strong left foot, because it could be a Harris shot, but looks Freeman.
Freeman curls one in and straight down the pipe. It's dropped momentarily by Cochran, but he's able to get to that rebound.
Yeah, he had his whole body behind it. It was a pretty easy save for him.
Remember, we'll roll. Remember your job.
6 minutes gone. Already flying by here in the second half, and that one flies by everyone. Back to Kendall McIntosh.
Get organized. Organized. But aggressive in the right moments. Shape. That's it. Don't tease. Forward. Can we put some pressure there?
SKC2 now Cisneros looking over the top for Barber. Challenges with Coronado. That's been a fun battle between those two players on the right side of the SKC2 attack. This time Freeman steams in on a foul. On the road, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and the brand new USL All Access featuring Mike Watts and Devin Kerr every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from MLS, the Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League. Sirius XM FC, channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app.
Assistant coach not too happy with that call, and I think he's got a case here, because I think it came off Sporting Kansas City.
Nice play from Ida to get it into Bijev, and he apologizes to his teammates, but he has won a corner here, Viljan Bijev. It was good work there from Kodai Ida to just get enough on the ball, poke it out to Viljan Bijev. His first season here at OKC Energy. He was a free agent in the offseason after 4 seasons with Sacramento Republic. He's come over to the near side to take this corner. Players huddled on the penalty spot for OKC Energy. It's whipped in towards the edge of the 6. Dia heads it up the edge of the 18. Freeman will get there ahead of Kurimoto, and he wins a foul against Hiroki Kurimoto. Quickly restarted by Rod, and it's Amadou Dia again on the ball. Recovering from injury here, making a start on loan from SKC, Amadou Dia.
Not a bad ball over the top there, but excellent again. And it's not the first time he's done it today. CJ Cochran is reading the play from the fullback, and he read that it was going to go long, stepped out, and cleared up the mess as it cleared the back 4 of OKC Energy. So good goalkeeping there by Cochran.
Of course, Amadou Dia, so experienced in the USL Championship, 90 appearances for Phoenix Rising. Was part of the side that won 20 straight games, a North American soccer record. Made it to the 2018 USL Championship final, but he's got to track back here because here come OKC Energy. Vasiljevic back now. It's Stevenson, and it's to the captain, Connor Donovan. Ida, clever turn to evade 2 players, and now a third, and Ida feels the tug on his shoulder, and it'll be a yellow card for Jahan Rod. Wonderful wing play from Kodai Ida.
That was a beautiful turn. He knew exactly where the defender was, and he just dropped his shoulder and let that ball run to his further foot and pulled away from the defenders of SKC2, and Rod had to pull him back, and that's a definite yellow, no question about that one. In fact, that's a, as they would say, a good professional foul by Rod, because if he doesn't, then he is away.
And option streaming forward as well. Just left the number 24, Pierre, the number 25, Cisneros, in his dust there with the turn, Ida.
So probably looking at a floated ball in to the box here.
It is floated in, and powerful header from Smith away. Right back into the penalty area. It's won by Brown, knotted on by Donovan, and well, that was a chance for the visitors.
Yeah, some good battles in there with the ball in the air. Some big boys fighting for some loose balls there. And that time, I think it was Donovan that got the final touch, but nobody was there to pick up the loose ball.
Rod, newly on a yellow card, finds Cisneros, and there's space down the right. Coronado had to get there, and he did.
Well read there by Coronado. That was a beautiful ball in there.
Cisneros in for Duke. Rod trying to get into Freeman. Stevenson wins it away.
Give us some help there. Good.
Cut there from Daniels. He's kept it really well here for OKC Energy. Back now with Aiden Daniels, Canadian Youth International. One of several players to come over from Colorado Springs in the offseason. And it's now on the right. Floated in, and oh, he's ducked in ahead of Smith here. Trying to fire away the shot.
And there's your right back, Tucker Stevenson, receiving the ball inside the penalty box, which is something he's more accustomed to, I think.
And started that move with the wonderful tackle and interception away from Tyler Freeman, and just kept marauding forward. Tucker Stevenson.
Yep, you're seeing the energy creep a little bit into this game, and just looking at the last 2 games, they've started off games slow, and as the game has gone on, they've got better and better and created more opportunities. So something Sporting Kansas City 2 is going to have to be aware of here. It's starting to even out a little bit here.
In towards Bijev. Rod is rather clattered into here.
Yeah, I'm not sure he meant that, but that's a yellow card for sure.
Yellow card to Aaron Basiljevich here in the 58th minute.
So we've got 4 or 5 yellow cards already. And some people have got to watch it here. But completely just going in for the challenge, and accidentally, he was in the air, he couldn't stop coming in, but that's rather painful.
Yeah, Rod's still collecting himself. You can see there, a painful one for the youngster. Restarted now with Constant, looking over the top. Harris trying to get in front there of Osmond, but Mitchell Osmond, strong in the air, wins it. Rod comes over, tackles it out of play.
Now we get our shape, we organize around it. 19, leave it 19, leave it. Hey, they asked us not to kick it away, we're asking the same.
Referees there just telling Grayson Barber not to touch the ball in any manner, and it looks like perhaps sensing what you were just talking about, Doug McClagan, Paulo Nagamura getting ready to make a double change here right around the hour mark. Jake Davis getting in his instructions, so too Enoch Ushagalusa.
Step, take a little space there.
Probably Cisneros is one of them coming off, and then it's either going to be Barber or Freeman. Probably Barber, I would think. Freeman's had quite an impact in this game so far, but I guess we'll wait and see.
Donovan over the top. Smith jumping in ahead of Brown. That's a good pick out. Cisneros by himself in the center circle, but he dribbles it right away. Ida coming back, wins it back. Again, OKC Energy now building things from the back. Tucker Stevenson cutting inside, but he was tracked well by Freeman, so he's back now to Osmond.
There's Brown making one of those runs again. He just Osmond didn't see him. They've got to keep track of that run, because sooner or later, if they do match up, that's going to be a problem for the fullbacks and the left centre back there of Sporting Kansas City 2.
Kurimoto pressing high, and he's forced a throw-in, and it will be time now for the double change. It's Cameron Duke withdrawn on the hour mark after his debut in the USL Championship. Cameron Duke, he's replaced by another youngster, Jake Davis. And
looks like Wilson Harris has come off too.
Wilson Harris withdrawn. Enoch Mushagalusa replacing the front man. And so we'll have to see how this changes the setup for SKC2.
It almost looks like Tyler Freeman, for now, is sitting in that central position, which I know he's not a normal centre forward, that's for sure. He's certainly not a target man. And Musha Shagalusa has moved out to the left wing.
Play the game! Control what you can! Play the game, boys! Let's go! Focus and discipline!
Foul called against Ida, so Pierre will restart things for SKC2 as we're into the final half hour. Barber with a slick touch around Coronado, and a foul from the left back.
I just feel the intensity rising in this game. Not that it wasn't up there already, it's just moved up a few more steps. And you can hear it from the coaching staff, you can hear it from the players, how important this game is for both teams.
That's it. And drop back in the hole.
There is Mushagalusa getting his first touch as he checks back and lays it off for Graham Smith. Second season with Sporting KC2 for Mushagalusa. Pierre upended. Referee saw no qualms with that challenge, but it was picked up by Barber and held by the home side.
Yeah, I think Freeman maybe played advantage on that, because they did come away with the ball and then kind of coughed it up immediately, unfortunately. There's a good little combination. Now we got Jake Davis into the play. He finds Rod. And now Mago, I've got to get that name right there.
Mushagalusa, here he comes, charging into the area. Laying it off for Freeman, who fakes turn inside and ducks outside. OKC Energy doing just about enough to marshal things there.
Yeah, good defender. They just pinched in, tucked in, and make sure there's no gaps for Freeman to penetrate. And so he had to go back round the edge again and come from a different direction.
Rod over for Smith, who his long strides brings it into the attacking half. Here's Mushagalusa. Rod trying to switch play, and he's found a good ball for Barber.
Tyler! Closer!
You can see the Energy is very well organized on defense. In fact, if you're looking right now, they got 5 across the back. It's almost like looking at the 5-3-2 right now, and not a lot of gaps to penetrate, and that's where Sporting Kansas City 2 are going to have to break them down, is somehow get through the lines and penetrate that back 5 or 4, whatever they may be at the time.
Mushagalusa was a bit hesitant to go into the challenge with Donovan, who's striding forward from his center back position, and nice turn there away from pressure. Bijev towards the edge of the box. Oh, he stood up nicely by Smith. Dia has time to turn as OKC Energy get back into their defensive shape. Davis over the top for Barber. That's a wonderful pass from Jake Davis. Barber onside here. Trying to go between the legs of Coronado, and well defended there by Robert Coronado. Davis into the game. The 19-year-olds move to the SKC Academy in 2017 from Michigan. And played in all 15 games after the restart last year. Got 1 assist. And he's another youngster with a lot of potential in midfield for Sporting KC too. The visitors now stringing some passes together along the back. Coronado poorly touched that away, but Freeman likewise gives it right back. USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community. Through the Forever Proud project, the USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forever-proud.
I think you're going to look at a different kind of approach now for Sporting Kansas City too. It's all, having Harris on the field, you know at least you have a big target boy that can win balls in the air. Now you've got 3 kind of smaller forwards, but they're all quick forwards, so that they're looking to penetrate that back four, but it's not going to be long balls into the middle. It's going to have to be diagonal balls in between the centre back and the fullbacks, I think.
Constant was looking for one of those just now, and he's giving it away, and there's a chance to move forward into the attack. It's Aiden Daniels cutting inside. Jake Davis back tackling. It's loose to Ida, who's now into the penalty area. Shifting it on to his left. Smith heads it out, but can only concede a corner.
Yeah, good defended by Smith there. It was a good ball by Ida to get that ball past the fullback and into the box, but Smith was at the front post just to clear it, and safety first for a corner. So we're going to see the 6 to 8 players from Sporting. Here's a short, quick one.
Vasiljevic back to Ito, tried to return it, and it's smashed anywhere by Jake Davis, and it'll be another substitution here, and a welcome one for the visitors. Frankie Lopez checking into the match, recovering from injury. He was unable to take place in the last couple of matches, and so a big boon, and you hear an OKC Energy fan that loves it here in the stadium. And it's Frankie Lopez, healthy enough to get onto the bench here this evening, and he's healthy enough to come in and take place here in the last 24 minutes. Mushagalusa running. Stevenson went down early. He saw the danger and got the slide tackle in. And, well, on that sprint forward from Mushagalusa, a player for OKC Energy has pulled up and holding the hamstring here. Doesn't look good. So Jonathan Brown down on the pitch there.
He's shaking the back of his knee. That is not a good sign.
There's a quick sprint down the pitch by Mushagalusa. Just to confirm, Lopez came in for Vasiljevic. That does look like Jonathan Brown. Well, here's a special moment. As a double change during this pause will be made. Grayson Barber is withdrawn. So too Caden Pierre, as Michael Lennis makes his way onto the pitch. He is on an SKC Academy contract. So too Roger Smith checking into the match here. As 4 of the 5 subs now have been used by the home side. Put back into the play. There's Brown, who looks okay to continue here. Back now with the visitors and Coronado. Watch out as Cisneros gets applause from Paulo Nagamura for his pressing work there. Out of play for a throw-in for the home side.
So we're into the last quarter of the game here, and both teams looking for that one killer play to put this game out of reach. You say they've made a lot of subs now, and like I said, maybe a different approach here from Sporting Kansas City to get the ball on the floor, play through balls to the quicker paced front runners right now. Oh, what a great ball there.
And a chance to run in behind for Frankie Lopez, and he's into the area here. Sliding it through McIntosh, and he scored! Frankie Lopez gives Oklahoma City Energy FC the lead.
Well, it's a beautiful ball into him, and a great attempt on his first play of the half, but goalkeeper's going to be very upset there. Kendall McIntosh should have saved that. I think that went through the middle of his body. But a beautiful first ball in right there, in behind the fullback. And Smith's running like crazy to catch up, does well to catch up. And I don't think he should be scoring from that angle, to be quite honest. And I think the keeper would want that one back. I will give him credit, he did strike it with venom, there's no question about that, but that ball went underneath McIntosh. And we're in a situation with 20 minutes left, and the OKC Energy are 1-up.
Up 1-0 thanks to Frankie Lopez, back into action after recovering from injury, and back in the goals. He scores his first of the season. Watch out, McIntosh under pressure. Gets it just about away. Constant has it charged down.
I guess that's what you call a great sub by John Pascarella, because I think that was Lopez's first touch. So excellent decision there by the coach, and it's put his team 1-up with just less than 20 minutes to go.
Looking over the top now. Couldn't get it to Mushagalusa. Poor pass is picked off by O.J. Smith, and that's a stop on a dime, and here he goes attacking the back line. Freeman faking it right onto his left foot. Got some power behind that.
That's a great strike by Freeman. Unfortunately, it went straight at the keeper. A couple yards either side of that, and that's probably a goal. But he, again, some venom in that strike there. Got that little scissors to go one way, cut it back on his left, and hit that with pace. But like I said, unfortunately, straight at the keeper.
A good run there from Roger Smith out of the University of Tampa. Making his second appearance, and here he is again on the edge of the box. Oh, he's got around one defender. There's a tug on the shirt from Coronado. It will be a goal kick, but, well, that was an interesting move from the left back after Roger Smith had done so well to get around him.
Yeah, great effort. Unfortunately, the ball bounced back and hit him, went for a goal kick. But unfortunately, the run kind of got in his way a little bit there. And that's a situation it looks like you might want to leave Smith one-on-one and leave the space for him to go take the player on. But the run across kind of killed the space in behind him. And he was unfortunate with the block and the rebound to go for a goal kick.
24-year-old Roger Smith joins after spending his junior and senior years with the University of Tampa. He came up, the Jamaican, with Harborview FC before coming to the United States, played with the youth sides of Harborview. He was on as a sub for the second time in the 2 matches here in 2021. Challenged down by Davis. It's off him and out for a throw to the away side. There is Smith. Spent the first 2 years at Northern Oklahoma College. How about this? 33 goals in 36 games. Not a bad return. He's on to try and make an impact here. Dia heading it out of play. Fans, follow Sporting KC2 and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+, home to the USL, MLS, Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Join the more than 12 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Ida sizing up Smith. So too Lennis coming over. It's a decent cutback outside of the boot clearance from Dia. Freeman trying to muscle in, but Mitchell Osmond muscling Tyler Freeman off the ball.
Yeah, that's where you miss your big Wilson Harris up front, because he's the player that will get the body in the way and hold off that centre back. That's not Freeman's game. Freeman's game is one-on-one running at players.
Organize again, organize your shape.
Offside, Jonathan Brown over the top, who has continued on here despite that momentary lapse. Here's a nice moment. Michael Lennis making his professional debut as he checked in for Caden Pierre. 17 years old, the right back now. Another offside, and it'll be a chance for Lennis to get on the ball. He was born and raised in Miami, but moved back to his mother's hometown, KC, and he's come up through the academy, and he's signed on to an academy contract for the season. Lennis has been part of the U.S. Youth International setups, and a first chance for him to get a run out at the professional level.
It's great. We take an 18-year-old off and we put a 17 on. Isn't that fantastic?
As they started SKC2 with 7 academy products, and they brought 2 on as substitutes here in the second half. Smith trying to challenge that, stayed just in play, and Lennis has some work to do to catch up to Ida, and Ida trying to slip it in between his legs, couldn't beat the youngster. Rod gets his eyes up, fires it in towards Freeman, well read by Coronado. It's been a busy man, the left back, Robert Coronado.
He's been good, he's been very good. That's the 3rd or 4th ball that's been played forward that he's actually intercepted and just read the play very well.
Coming over from RGV in the offseason, he led that team in passes last season. He's demanding the ball from Ida, who took a late challenge from Davis, dumped unceremoniously to the pitch here. It'll be a free kick, and the 5th and final substitution now will be made by Paulo Nagamura as he brings on the veteran Christian Duke. Well, he didn't get to play with his brother Cameron, who was already withdrawn, but he replaces Jahan Rod here in the 78th minute. And he has to step right back in along the back line to help defend from this set piece. Ida getting stretched out here on the near touch line, perhaps just giving some time to Pascarella and his team, trying to perhaps make a sub. As you heard there, Pascarella saying they don't have time to make it right now. Never understood why players don't already have their shin guards on. And that's what's happening on the near touch line, as Ida has come out of the match. So down to 10 momentarily. OKC Energy floated in. Good catch at the highest point there by McIntosh and Ida. Well, he came onto the pitch before he was allowed, and so that will be a yellow card to Kodai Ida.
That's a tough one, really, because, I mean, they usually just, when the game gets going, they just wave him on, but the linesman didn't wave him on. He stepped on the field, and that's a yellow card.
I feel bad for him because his coaching staff told him to run out onto the pitch.
Yeah, and I think the assistant coach said he was trouble understanding the language, perhaps. I think I heard him say that.
Yeah, I think that's just the assistant coach shifting the blame. Ooh, that's a painful one. Matt Constant. Tackle from Bijev.
Are you fucking kidding me, Jarvis? He's right here in front of you. No, we just want to make a sub. Get him off. I want him off to let the game go.
And it's Ida now sitting down on the near touch line. Nagamura wants his team to play on.
Get him off and make a change.
Tension among the coaches here. Nagamura, of course, played for a staff that included John Pascarella at Sporting KC, so they know each other well.
And he can't really complain about that, because Ida could have gone off the last play.
Hey.
getting really aggravated here on the near touchline. There is the sub as Ida makes way. Sam Rogers checking back into the match here for OKC Energy to try and see out the last 10 minutes or so in this 1-0 lead thanks to the goal from Frankie Lopez.
So it looks like Rogers has gone to the back line and they've just moved Tucker Stevenson up to left midfield, which makes sense because that's his normal position.
Good job. Played 35 minutes of right back. Now yellow card for Jake Davis, and they're starting to come thick and fast here.
Jake Davis is lovely. He didn't get a yellow card on that last challenge. That's not his second one, is it?
Connor, you dictate what happens. Don't react to it. Control what we can.
Yeah, he must have got away with that last challenge on the sideline because he got a yellow one for that one there. It's getting a little testy the last few minutes, isn't it? Something's on the line.
Both teams searching for their first win, and it's getting heated here in the cool night air in Kansas City. It was 63 degrees at kick, and as night has fallen here, so too the temperature under 60 degrees now. Not cool enough to cool off the tempers along the near sideline. Duke looking forward there. Confines Smith on the left. Graham Smith, that is, heading it forward, and it's one back by OKC. Lopez manages to scramble it back to Rogers, who's in his first season at OKC Energy. Was with Tacoma Defiance last year. Again, 11 new players brought in by Pascarella in the offseason. He got rid of some seasoned veterans. So Cody Lorendi and Tiba Harris. His side have a 1-0 lead as we move into the final 8 minutes here at Children's Mercy Park. Time running out for SKC2. Lennis touches it inside the Davis. Who's ushered backwards by Hiroki Kurimoto.
Just see how well organized the Energy is, and they're working their tails off. Every pass is played, they're shifting and closing down gaps and picking up runners. They're working really hard, and they've got 8 or so minutes plus added time to finish this game off. And somehow Sporting Kansas City 2 has got to break them down.
Mushkaloosa into Davis. Stutter step, and he's put it in behind for Lennis. Crossing it towards the penalty spot. It was a good-looking ball. Got through a few bodies. Rogers popped it up into the sky. Lennis looking backwards, and Bijev trying to duplicate the goal that they scored earlier. Couldn't get it over the top of Graham Smith this time.
Well, a great ball by Davis to get through there. And then, like you said, Bijev almost found Lopez again there. That could have been double dangerous. Could be on his second there.
Dia tried to size up the defender there on the far side. Brown was unable to get around him, but it's back again with the hosts.
You can see with SKC2, they're going to have to throw a few things in. They're going to take some chances. That could open up some breakaway opportunities for the Energy too, if they're not careful.
Graham Smith crosses the halfway line and wasn't on the same page as Roger Smith. There's a good ball down to the near side, and Mushkaloosa keeps it in. Step overs into the area, around Coronado, crossing it, and it's pulled home at the near post by Freeman! The lovely wide play from Enoch Mushkaloosa, and Tyler Freeman at the near post equalizes 1-1.
That is just tremendous skill on a one-on-one situation. You need players in the game like this that can just turn opponents inside out, and he did, and then the ball was absolutely terrific. And give Tyler Freeman credit because he's had a fantastic game. A darting 5-yard run to the front post for a tap-in finish, but that's a beautiful ball and a beautiful finish.
He gets his first goal of the season. In fact, the first goal of the 2021 season for Sporting KC2 as they level the score here in the 85th minute. And 5 minutes left for a winner from either side.
We said, oh, sorry there, got it. We said somehow they're going to have to break down that defense with passes through to penetrate, but that was done by just pure one-on-one dribbling skills. It's fantastic to watch.
Got 2 goals in 2020, Freeman, 1 goal back in 2019. He's already got one here in the second match of the 2021 season. And you've been saying it all game, Doug McClagan. He looks a different player now, having just turned 18 in January.
Absolutely. So we got 5 minutes or so, maybe 7 or 8 minutes left, which obviously Sporting Kansas City 2 want to go and win this. Let's see how Oklahoma reacts, whether they'll be happy with the tie or disappointed with the tie.
Duke heading it back towards Freeman, stepped in, stopped by Osmond. Well, the tempers have been flaring in the second half, so you have to think the competitive nature of both sides will be really driving to find a winner here. And there's space on the left for Stevenson if BJ wants him. He uses Tucker Stevenson from right back to left winger here in the second half. Fakes the overlap, curls one in, and it's just over the head there of Lopez.
Yeah, difficult ball to collect there for McIntosh because it bounced just in front of him, but he took it very, very well. That could have been extremely dangerous.
And he wasn't quite sure if Lopez maybe would have flung himself at that one, got a touch. Had to be a late reaction for McIntosh.
Yeah, he was definitely there sniffing around, looking for the rebound.
Paulo Nagamura didn't like the attempt at the big switch there from Jake Davis. You could hear on the near touch line saying, keep it simple, move it around. As we're approaching the final 3 minutes of normal time here at Children's Mercy Park. Great to be back on home soil for SKC2. The poor ball though, and Bijev can run at the defense. Lining up a shot. Now a step over, getting it onto his left foot, charged down by Lennis. He's mad at conceding the corner, but it's a decent challenge there from the youngster.
Yeah, that's a shot on goal if he doesn't block it, so he should be happy there. Although, you know, you don't want to give a corner up in the last few minutes, especially with how deadly these guys can be in the air, that's for sure. Someone's got to make sure they keep an eye on Osman and Donovan here.
So they make their way up from the back, and the corner to come from Ilyan Bijev, the assist king of 2016. Curls it in towards the back post, and Rogers was there, but just the top of his head out of play for a goal kick. Well, the United Soccer League, all 31 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. 2 minutes left, plus added time. The 3 points up for grabs here after OKC Energy took the lead through Frankie Lopez, only for Tyler Freeman to equalize on the wonderful wing play from Enoch Mushagalusa. But here come the visitors. Bijev 1v1 on the edge of the area with Constant. Ilyan Bijev through bodies. McIntosh saves.
Well done, McIntosh. He was probably thinking after that first goal that went under him that he had to make a sure save there, and he got his body behind it, did very well. Could have been a tricky one.
Dia slides it in, and challenging down the left is Mushagalusa again, trying to cut it back on Rogers, who stood up tall to the challenge.
I don't know about you, but I don't feel like this game's over yet. I think there's another goal coming from somewhere.
Certainly there will be chances here. Cisneros, who will last of the full 90 for the first time in his young professional career, tried to dribble around someone and was stopped in his tracks. It was Kurimoto, and now the foul one high up the pitch by Lopez. As we move into the 90th minute. And a sub here right at the death. But Freeman the referee, John Freeman, not allowing the substitute to happen, wasn't quite ready. Stevenson cutting it towards the penalty spot. Christian Duke was there. Roger Smith sliding it for Freeman, who had tried to get back onside and was unable to do so. And that will allow for a substitution. And another return from injury. It's Charlie Ward onto the pitch as he replaces Hiroki Kurimoto. Led the team in passing accuracy last season in his 13 appearances in 2020. Of course, known for stints at Ottawa Fury, RGV, San Antonio. Product of the Aston Villa Academy, and it's good for OKC Energy's fans to see him on the pitch here as we move into stoppage time here at Children's Mercy Park. 4 minutes added on. Ooh, that's a crunching challenge here. And the tempers flaring on the near sideline.
He's gone over the ball. He's gone over the top of the ball.
I know, and he knows that. He saw it, just like everybody else. That's it.
And a really, really hefty challenge here, seen to now by the referee, John Freeman.
Yeah, we'd have to see that one again because it looked like, I think, is it Donovan or Osmond? Yeah, Osmond got the ball, clear challenge.
Over the fucking ball, right? Yeah. Took your fucking feet out.
And he's saying over the ball, but it's not over the ball with studs. He's actually looks like he's jumping last minute to get out of that. So it looked a lot worse than it was, I think.
He took his foot off the ball.
Yellow card was given to Ozzy Cisneros. So he got one in the first match against Tulsa. He's got a second one here. The challenge on Donovan.
Yeah, that's probably a fair call. Yellow, but definitely not the red that maybe they were looking for.
Look at that tackle by the youngster. Michael Lennis wins it back. But Smith dribbling into trouble. Picked off there by Davis and back with Lennis. We are into the second minute of the 4. McIntosh trusting Lennis, and well, his trust was paid off there.
It did pay off. I thought that might have been the wrong decision, but well done, Lennis.
This kid's got something about him, the 17-year-old. And here he comes again down the right. Smith wanting the ball. Oh, Lennis there. Just a bit late in delivering it. But he's picked up the ball and he's fired in a throw, and Smith now hugging the touchline. Cutting it back, and he's trying to slot it into Freeman. There are plenty of shirts in front of that delivery, and it's hooked out of play.
Organize early, you got a minute. 1 minute.
Lennis into Duke.
Break once and win it.
Davis inviting Smith forward down the right-hand side, and he charges into the penalty area, sliding it back. Freeman's there. Scrambled out. No, it's off Freeman. And it's out of play for a goal kick.
Almost an identical play on the goal that tied the game up. Only this time it was Smith getting around the back, and another good ball. I think that was from Jake Davis. Originally the ball, yeah, it was from Davis. And a good front post run by Tyler Freeman, but unfortunately couldn't pull this one off. And again, I put that down to good defending by Osmond, I think.
Challenge from Bijev on Constant is a foul as we move into the final minute of the 4 minimum added on here. Ball was rolling, so Lennis restarts. That is a nasty challenge into the back, and a straight red here at the end of the match from Frankie Lopez.
How's that any different from that? How's that any different from that? Back in your technical area. Who the fuck you think you're talking to? Shut the fuck up.
Well, we apologize for the language here as the tempers are flaring on the near sideline yet again, as the barge in the back here from Lopez gets him sent off.
Well, I mean, you can see the intent to hit him. Red or not, I'm not sure. But it was kind of a late, silly foul there by Lopez. And just the way things have been going, there's a chance that that red card can come out. And
now the fourth official just having John Freeman show a yellow card to the assistant coach for OKC Energy and to Paulo Nagamura. manager for SKC2. So they've been chirping back and forth throughout the second half here. So we were into the final minute when that challenge happened. We're over the 4, and that'll be full time. No time really added there at the end by John Freeman for the challenge and the stoppage in play. And the points split here between Sporting KC2 and OKC Energy FC. 1-1 the final. Doug, what did you think of this one?
I loved it, the intensity. I mean, you can tell at the start of the season because everybody's in it. The players were intense, the coaches were intense, it was physical. It was a fun game to watch. I really, really enjoyed it.
So both sides get their first points of the nascent 2021 season. Perhaps OKC Energy, having taken the lead, will be aggrieved to give that away so late to Tyler Freeman. But SKC2 with a lot of chances throughout the match. A very even contest here. Ends 1-1 and a points to both sides. Referee John Freeman had his work cut out throughout this match, as it started hot and it stayed hot, Doug McLagan.
Yeah, I don't think either coach is too happy with him. But it was a tough game to officiate because it was physical and there was challenges flying everywhere, and some of them were a little dangerous and some a little crazy. So not an easy one to officiate. But as you can see, both coaches not happy with the overall job, I guess.
Matt Fucalaro waiting in behind the referees there, providing the security. As we look at the equalizing goal here for Sporting KC2 in the 85th minute.
Yeah, just sheer brilliance that is. One-on-one, technical ability, driven ball to the front box, 5-yard sprint by Freeman, taps it in. That's a great goal, love it.
Tyler Freeman gets his first goal of the season for Sporting KC2, and full time here, 1-1 at Children's Mercy Park. We'll be right back to wrap things up from a fiery contest in the USL Championship. Full time in a fun, feisty fight between Sporting KC2 and OKC Energy FC. 1-1 the final score. The teams go home with a point apiece. We'll take a look now at the final stats from what was a really fun one here to open the home stand for SKC2. Just 2 matches at home last season. They get a full slate this season. And Doug McClagan, it ended all square, 1 apiece.
Yeah, if you're looking for entertainment, you had it tonight. This was a great game, and look at the stats. It's pretty much even, and that explains the whole game. It was back and forth the whole time. Sometimes teams dominated. Next time it was the other team dominating. You're looking at the shots, 11-10, shots on target, 5-4. A little bit edge on possession for Sporting KC2. You know, it's their home field, so you kind of expect that. But everything is just even all the way down, and it was just a fantastic game. Very intense, but fantastic entertainment.
4 yellow cards apiece, 1 red card. The fouls, I know you want it, Doug. 13 to SKC2, 19 to the visitors. And a feisty one here at Children's Mercy Park for Doug McClagan, Brad Mertell, the rest of our all-star crew here. Thanks for watching the home opener for Sporting KC2. We hope you tune in for the rest of the USL Championship season as Sporting KC2 and OKC Energy FC split the points. Frankie Lopez got the opener. Tyler Freeman with the equalizer in the final 5 minutes. 1-1 the final score. Children's Mercy Park.
Rebroadcast or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.